Hello, guys. This is Jeniece Page, known as Coach J. You see that picture behind me? That was me. Yep, that was me. I was 50 pounds or more overweight. Um, didn't didn't feel good. Didn't feel like myself. I didn't like the way I looked. Um, but I was 50 pounds overweight. Yeah. This in that picture, I was in my late 20s. Can you believe that? I was in my late 20s and I just didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to begin. I knew that I didn't feel good. I knew that I was overweight and high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease ran in my family. I can remember when my grandmother first starts getting sick. She was having like heart problems. She was on blood pressure medicine, and she started having heart attacks and strokes. And it was because of, and my grandmother wasn't like, oh, she wasn't like obese. She was a tall, um, um, beautiful woman, and she wasn't obese. She wasn't obese like I was. I was obese on that picture, but it was the food choices that she had at that time, and it was the behavior, because we grew up on a farm. My grandmother grew up on a farm. My grandmother cooked everything from scratch. She used the high sodium season, and ate the food. I mean, even though a lot of times she bought a cow, she made everything was homemade, but still the choices was not good choices. No, I mean, she did what she knew. She knew that's what she knew. That's the way she was raised. And at that particular time, things were changing in the world. Pesticides was being the farmers was using that. Um, it was changing the way they were growing the produce and feeding the cows and the pigs and stuff like that. So it was a different time. Things were changing. So she started to have those problems. And then at the same time, she was diagnosed with high blood pressure in her 30s and started taking the high blood pressure medicine. Me, I'm taking a step back and I'm looking at my family history and I'm looking at myself. I'm not feeling well. I'm not looking good. I'm overweight. I would be considered obese um, at this day and time. Back then, I don't know if they considered that obese, but I was. And so I was taking a step back and I told myself, I looked and I said, oh my gosh, I do not want to be I don't want to have high blood pressure. I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to have a stroke. I don't want to inherit that. I um I want to be able to um make a difference, change the family history, and take control of my health because I was well on my way to having those problems if I would have kept on the path I was on. So what I did is I started, which is the wrong way to start. I started doing Slim Fast. I never forget. I started doing Slim Fast, and I said I was gonna give up meat for a week. I gave up meat for a week, and it was great because I had a digestive problem. I couldn't digest beef. I could not digest any beef. Um, it just would not. My digestive system was like, this is too tough for us. And that was like my whole life. So in order for me to eat beef, I had to take something to pass it. And that is the honest truth. So I didn't eat a whole lot of beef growing up because I knew that that was a problem. I didn't know how to solve it because I was a teenager. I didn't know it was a problem. And then as I got older, I realized I just don't have to eat it. When I started buying my own food and living on my own, I don't have to eat it. So I ate chicken and pork and And I didn't really like seafood. Every now and then I would do some fish that didn't taste like the sea. So I wasn't big on seafood, but I decided that I wanted to give up like the chicken and the pork for a week. And my doctor was like, no, you need some protein, so you're gonna still eat a chicken breast. And I was like, okay. So I gave up the milk, the cheese, the pork, and I ate chicken breast once a week because I knew I wanted to get rid of it. I ate it for once a week for 4 years. This was in 1990. In 1990, I started eating a chicken breast once a week, and I loaded up on the starch. So I still wasn't healthy because I was eating so much starch because I had to substitute giving up the protein, the meat. So girl and guys, let me tell y'all, this girl right here, I didn't know no better. So when you don't know better, you don't know what to do. But when you know better, you do better, right? I was eating French fries and bread. Oh my gosh, that is not like a meal. That is no balance in that at all. That's all starch. But so I didn't know. I just like I need starch. I need starch because I'm giving it the protein. Not true. Not true at all. So what I did is I found me a book, started reading it, started educating myself. The more I educated myself, the more I knew how to take control of my health, what to do, how to supplement what I'm going to be missing, what to give up, how to balance my meal, um, and get my vitamin B's and K's and A's and just all that good stuff. And then I learned the older I get, the more I shred stuff. It said get rid of stuff. I said shred stuff. And so I just started doing that. And then I started educating and writing myself letters and notes and how I want to be. And when I turned a certain age, so every year, because every year, every few years, I say 7 years, I know I read that every 7 years your body changed. So it's preparing for the next season. And so I knew when I turned 50, I said, I'm making a deposit now. And this was in my late 20s. I said, I'm making a deposit now. Today, I'm starting it today to make a deposit in my life, how I want to look when I turn 50. I don't want to look like I'm 50. I'm okay with being 50 because I'm okay with aging well, but I don't want to look like I'm 50 and I don't want to move like I'm 50. I don't want to have high blood pressure. I don't want to have diabetes. I don't want to have any of that. And I started wrong and I got it right. So I invite you to sit down and have a call with me. Let's see how I can serve you. How I can help you get it right. Because there for a minute, let me tell you this. So 1990 to 94, I was a vegetarian eating. I was eating the vegetarian lifestyle. Then in 94, I got food poisoning from KFC. The best thing that could have ever happened to me. Yes, the best thing that could have ever happened to me. Food poisoning at KFC. KFC cannot give me a cup of water. Today, I have not stepped in KFC since then. So I gave up chicken. So I've been a vegan and not a modern vegan. I am a strict vegan. I don't do like the vegan barbecues. I still stay away from the starch. I do, no, I shouldn't stay away. I don't do like the bread. I'm not a bread girl. I don't need the soul food vegan restaurant. I don't need that. I'm good. Give me saute my greens and make them still half raw. I'm good with that. Give me some tofu. I'll take some barbecue tofu, but I don't want you to make me a fried fake chicken. I've had it. Not saying it is good, but I don't need all that. So I But I'm not saying that's not for you. We're gonna do what's best for you. That's just what Coach Jeniece life is about. But all my clients are not are different, eat different. They're not all vegans. They're not all vegetarian. They eat a healthy lifestyle. They have a healthy lifestyle. They eat a healthy meal with lean meat. I'm strict. I mean, I stress on uh, healthy food. Hold on, guys.